light is green, and we have a fresh session of the Boarside Bunch. And we're not going to go immediately into what happened last time. Instead, we're going to go to a black, wet, cold void. Which will be familiar for some characters at this point. It's what happens when you close your eyes and go to sleep, now and again. But in your case, Nap, it's where you are. It is, without the weight of it, every bit like being dunked beneath the water. You don't feel it pressing against you, but you feel it moving through your fur. You look down at yourself and you see, from your chest, a strange metal protrusion. It ends in a fine blunted tip. Doesn't hurt. Certainly anchored there, though.
Okay, it appears I'm on the hook.
And you hang there. There are little glimpses of light in the distance, all around you. Just momentary flickers. Sometimes pairs, sometimes trios. An innumerable mass, but only for a few seconds. Then you're jostled slightly against your will.
Ah!
Then twice more.
What's that? Is the jostlings from
The hook. From inside.
All right. Is the metal protrusion, does it come out of me only from one side, or do I have the same thing in the back as well?
It's a little hard to reach. But if you feel around, yeah, it feels like it's coming out your back. As you look up, you can see that there is a odd little thread. It barely catches your vision at all. So fine. Just rising up into the sky. There's one more quick jolt on you, and you feel the warmth of the sun on you for a bit. You're sitting outside the cave. With the benefits of a short rest, you can roll some hit dice and get your spell slots back.
Nice. Where am I even?
But the party are not around.
Okay. That is worrying. What time of day is it?
Doesn't look much further than when you were last aware of being in the area.
Okay. And I do believe I remember trying to take a nap with everyone else.
Well, no, what you remember last was Duncan just running through a door with subtle storm in hand, just, wanting to get open a chest. 'Cause why bother resting and recovering? What's the worst that could happen in the second room of the dungeon?
Okay. I am curious what the fuck happened, and I also don't like being alone here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try to run into the cave again. I also shot all my hit dice. I'll do one more. That wasn't worth it. Oh yeah, I keep running and try to check on the last place I do remember, if I may.
You do hear muffled slightly, but coming from a distance, Bernace whinging about having to pull himself up a rope.
Okay. That is not too unsurprising.
And from the opposite direction, to your left at this point, there is a distant rattling of bone.
Okay. Um, I suppose I will rather head into the direction of Renee's than the bones. After all, we have seen there are plenty of skeletons or undead or something like that around. So yeah,
Yeah.
Renee's is that direction. I take it.
Indeed. And you can also see this is an easy enough jump to hop across.
All
And you
right.
see Riv standing there with Fern kind of leaning against the wall, just the way she looks at him, it's kind of a way you've seen other humanoids look at the feral type of your species, the cats.
Oh, of course. Incredibly sorry to ruin your moment. As I barge in. What the fuck happened?
Oh, where were you actually? I
I
mean,
have no idea. I just woke up in front of the cave.
I don't remember you leaving. They're just up ahead there. We're just keeping an eye in case anything, tries to get out through here. Figured it'd be a good idea to
I
have
see.
a rear guard.
I see. Well, have fun being the rear guard then. Try not to get stabbed in the back.
That's what the
Or
job's
maybe
for.
do.
Well, I should probably keep an eye on Donkin.
Uh, I'm
Needs
not
like
sure
8
just
eyes.
keeping an eye on him would be enough. But, oh, hey, Anais, Duncan, over there. Can you hear me?
Did that come through?
But
No,
your
I.
rift, possibly. Tail end of one.
I tried. Anyway, yes. We have crossed this gap.
Do you? Is that what we've been seeing all this time? You trying?
Well,
Because it
Maybe
wasn't
like-
succeeding.
maybe like 25%.
I mean, I guess between Anais and Duncan, it could have taken quite a few tries. But what kind of happened since you started a fight with that zombie? I
Party
kind
has
of seem
lived
to.
despite my continued efforts.
He's tried very hard to kill us.
Don't worry,
Okay.
I would also die along with all of you.
That's not a good thing, Duncan.
Okay. Then, did any of you see me actually go away?
No, none of you did not.
Oh. Where did you go?
Oh, we do.
Okay, that is weird. I don't remember leaving either.
Zarina, for your part, Vigner's skeleton just settled down on the ground nice and peacefully, sitting for a moment, and then just collapses. And now you've got his
Alright.
blunted, rusted sword.
Alright, we'll bring this back to be properly,
Well, he didn't trust it to you,
Ah.
so you don't have to give it up.
Well, we'll see.
And you see also now there is a 20 to 30 foot climb back up.
Mm.
It was an alright fall because you could slide down the wall, but getting up again, bit awkward.
I offer the Ernie's rope.
I thought I used pittons to secure a rope down, but
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you did. Yeah, go ahead then.
Yeah.
It's been a couple
shimmy,
weeks.
shimmy.
Welcome back.
Uh-huh. Well, that problem's taken care of.
Yes, and ladies, roll me perception.
Right when I put lotion on my hand.
Well, you're obviously busy with something else, Vin, so just Serena.
Do I have control of your sheet? I can take the bottom of Storm. I do not have control of Storm.
I did it.
Your
Yes, you
hands
did,
are too
it's fine.
slippery for the virtual dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now things seem quiet. Back to that strange quiet. There's none of the usual drips and drops and whatnot of a simple cave system. It's stagnant.
I don't like this place.
You don't like this place?
No. It's not natural.
Subtle, there's a door on your right, which is less ornate than the door on the left past the hall.
I open the door on the right. After checking it for traps. Yeah, first I check it for traps. I check to see if it's locked.
So
Nope,
you
it's already
opened the
open.
door, got you. Hang on, that's what I heard.
No, I check
You
it
gotta
for
speak
traps.
up some now. I got a bit of a deaf ear here. So she opens the door, grabbing the handle firmly, pushing the door.
No, she's going to check it for traps, check it for lock, and then open it with her mage hand.
Seems like a lot of retconning here. I'm not really comfortable with this. You're affecting the
You seem
timeline.
very afraid of a regular door.
So are you. All of you were fucking traumatized, it seems, by a dude in a box.
Someone refresh my memory, dude in a box.
Usually
box?
people don't put others inside boxes.
He was a lich-like being that was about to utterly destroy you all. But
It's
luckily,
an
Zarina
unexpected
pointed out
presence
that...
to find.
But luckily, Zarina pointed out that you're not worth the time. And so he left.
Yes.
Otherwise, things could have gone very interestingly. Alright, give me an investigation, scaredy cat.
No one assist her.
As you inspect the door. Seems perfectly safe.
I mage hand the door open.
It rattles.
It's locked. Button.
Give me a deck save.
Shit.
As you stand on a pressure plate just in front of the door, you quickly shift aside, but still take a slight bump to your ear, so you take 1 bludgeoning damage, as a wall spear lunges out, but the head's missing. 2 more come down, more in line with your body in height, but they're broken off. So they only get a couple of inches outside the wall.
He got you. You were worried about the door.
Oh,
That would have been a very
goody.
dead.
Ah, sloppy seconds.
It's not what you want with a penetration, really.
I move away from the bunny after he says that.
Well, one
Ah.
is usually pleasantly surprised to be the second one who fell to a trap, because usually it's broken.
Bernace,
Oh.
in this corner you see that there is some mound of something covered by a tarpaulin. It seems to have sharper edges, but quite tall as well.
I don't know what that means, but there's something over here. Should I touch it?
Did you really
No.
start off just speaking aloud? I don't know what that means.
Oh, there's something over here.
There we go.
Should we touch it? No, I
Yes,
know. I was
touch
talking about the
everything.
thing in the corner. I don't know what it.
You see a tarpaulin and don't know to call it that, so you don't know what it is.
A trampoline? I jump on it.
While he's doing this, I'm unlocking the door.
You jump on it, right?
No, but
Yes, he said he
you-
jumped
You
on
said you jumped on it.
You know what? You said trampoline, right? Yeah. You know what? What?
There is a hideous cacophony of metal and breaking glass.
Ow!
Ernest?
Okay, this is fine.
It is resoundingly loud and sounds expensive.
Ernest?
And he's just making more noise as he gets off.
Yeah,
it.
the
This
pile
fine.
is crumpling and crunching underneath you as you shift your weight.
What did you
I look-
touch?
I was checking this thing out. It can't hold my weight. We learned something.
Ernest, are you dense?
Yes,
No,
he
but-
is. That's why the sounds happened.
It's like, yes, I am. I float.
You
That's
know
the
touch.
Oh, God.
Well, you were complaining about it being too quiet. Oddly too quiet.
How's the
What was
door?
that?
I try to pull back the tarpaulin.
Oh yeah, it comes very easily, although now there's pieces coming with it. You see a mound of slightly tarnished but still pretty shiny plates of metal. It looks sort of brassish, maybe. Along with what were gold ringed and quite large, like bigger than a dinner plate, sort of glass discs, which don't have much of a middle to them now. Some are quite splintered.
Bernays.
Oh no, I broke the ghost's dish or the lich's dishes. Oh dear. What are we gonna do? Cart it back? Let's go.
At the bottom of the pile,
You
there's
mean
also
for
a few
diner,
things that
which
look
is
like,
dishes.
but look a bit like sort of tripods, standees, mounting fixtures. They're really extremely well polished.
You broke my live, laugh, love sign, damn it.
Look, I wasn't originally gonna hop on it, but apparently it's canon now because I made a trampoline joke. So you know what?
It's what you said.
Bernays, you.
Apparently everything I say is gonna be taken seriously this session.
Yes.
I can't have you guys backpedal fucking everything.
Yes, but obviously calling the tarpaulin a trampoline was.
I know you see how I feel when I do something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna side with Pan on this one.
How fitting.
Well, this is my Pan character, if
Mhm.
you haven't noticed.
I never broke something I could steal.
Bernays,
I mean, just
stop. Stop. Just stop. And I open the door.
You haven't and it rattles in your hand.
No,
You
I
haven't
unlocked
unlocked it yet.
I assume the 18 unlocked it.
Let's see, where's that? Ah, the Thieves' Tool. Yes, that unlocks it.
Here we go. I open the door.
Another spear comes out. It hits you square in the face.
And you see what was probably once a lavish study. But it has been ripped, torn, worn down. You can see that there were mountings on the wall, there were fixtures, there were sconces. But it's just notable by the absence of them. There's gashes in the stonework and all where things have been ripped out from their screws. There are 2 moldy books sitting on the shelf, and that's it. There is a massive pile of ashes and chunks of book leather, though, in a pile.
I go to see if I can read the moldy book names.
I jump on the books.
You jump on the books. Okay.
You may call me Mario now.
You now look like a deep gnome.
Oh no! Oh no, that's a fate worse than death.
Who knew
Yeah,
racism was
all
a
my
current
feet
thing?
are now.
So all of your characters are racist against deep gnomes.
No, he just doesn't want to be a gnome because his feet would be small.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the stomach capacity either.
Yeah, it's like it's different from a gnome going to a deep gnome. This is the fundamental change.
Fair enough.
Luckily, one of them's only a bit dusty. Turns out the mold isn't actually part of it. It hasn't latched on yet as a full colony. It's about the uses and components of wyverns and other draconic beasts.
Can you cook them?
And the other one, strangely, is a book on formal dance techniques. Very old, though.
Probably outdated, but you know what? Some people might be interested.
Well, you realize that as you flick through and don't recognize the script.
Oh. Someone might.
Are there
really be
any
interested.
diagrams though?
There are diagrams aplenty, yeah. And man,
Yeah.
are those get-ups fancy.
Yeah, I think I might know that one. It goes something like this.
On a few of the pages, you can actually see slight movement in the drawings. But not all of them.
Only
Yeah,
the
somebody
cool
might
dance
pay
moves
for
get
this.
animated.
Just wait till he becomes a one-man band. The end game.
One day we'll do a
Let's see.
band party, just all bards.
Because I know I could put I know how to play cymbals. I could put those on my feet. I know the accordion. I know the drums. Like I'm working towards this.
You're thinking small as a halfling, you could fit far more instruments on your feet.
See, I'm thinking we all pick animal races and then just be the Bremerton magicians.
Okay, well, okay, so the accordion goes on my feet with the cymbals.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, quick glance around says there's not much else of aught here.
Hmm.
I go to slip these in the bag. I guess let's keep going.
It's an option. We could stop right here.
No, I slip it in the bag, and I guess we keep going.
You could
Time
let
for a long
Duncan
rest.
burn them.
So we end the session, and
Yeah, I mean, technically we've only got like an hour and a half to go. Why start anything big?
Do we want to take a rest, or do we want to go?
I think we're all capable of keep going.
I
Yeah,
deploy your
fine.
niece into attack mode and end my turn.
I'm checking for traps.
What a shock!
Where?
The floor and the door.
No, you get to pick one. That is actually in the rules.
All right, I'll check the floor, and then I'll make a separate rule for the door.
We'll see if you get that far. Give me an investigation. Looks perfectly fine.
I check the door.
Do you approach the door?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of have to, yeah. Stop. Back one.
Yeah. Oh no.
As you step, you realize this is a pressure plate that has already been triggered.
Oh.
And you look around to see what nefarious effect would have happened. And you don't see any obvious openings or latch marks or scrapes or burns or anything.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Stop.
I figured. I was.
You hear a
worried.
crunching ka-funk in the wall to your right.
Did the pressure plate go back up?
No.
Okay. I check the door.
Another investigation. Or I could let... I was about to say I could let the previous one ride. It looks completely safe.
I check the doorknob to see if it's locked.
It isn't. And as you're now here, even with your inability to see what's in front of you, you can hear something on the other side of the door, and it's more of that weird, poetic, flowing chant you were hearing at the clearing. But there's a real panic tone to it.
I think I found him, guys. Do you want me to mage hand the door open and
Yeah,
have
the fucker stole my knife.
Buckthorn run in?
Do the what
All
now?
right.
All right, Buckthorn, you're going to be the one going straight to the door. I'll open it for you. Get ready to charge.
I'll be right behind you with lots of fire.
I use my mage hand to open the door.
Give me a strength save, Buckthorn. Ernest, give me a dex save.
Okay, I'll spend my inspiration, give myself a second try, because
Okay.
wow, I love dice.
I love this.
Wow, I have a
God.
6. What the hell?
What's
You
going
both rolled a
on?
2 and a 3. Well done, the pair of you. Ernest, you managed to get aside and not be knocked underneath, but yeah, once Buckthorn hits this square, a chunk of the fucking floor rises up at high speed to push him away.
What would be the D&D equivalent to Jesus?
5 bludgeoning.
Where do I end up?
Gunther, how
Here,
could you?
at an angle.
Yeah, I was wondering why are we rolling as Gunther?
Doesn't matter.
Turn Necromancer, a classic.
Oh no.
Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
You are now on the floor, witnessing the stonework in the ceiling, Buckthorn.
Hi, Buckthorn.
Welcome to my level.
You are far below
This is
his level,
horrible.
which is unusual.
How could you live like this?
Also,
In that case, I'm looking down on him. I'm going to enjoy this.
the moment he turns his head, of course, now you're smaller.
Oh,
Those fucking ears. There's also a panic change to the chant just behind the door. And as the floor recedes, you can see the goblin shaman right there. Looking back at you guys, he backs up in fear, and you see his foot knock aside a wooden stake. Lodged in a coffin, lodged in the floor.
Oh no.
Once held by two rotted corpses that are dried and leathery.
I now possess Dracula's ribs.
We're gonna go to
Hi.
initiative.
No.
Hey, a double-digit number. Those are rare.
These
Times
rolls are
nine.
low for everybody almost so far.
Yeah, yeah. Look at Zarina and I.
I'm going to Mara. Good luck
And
the rest
Nap.
of you.
I assume
Yes.
that means he hasn't rolled. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, I see a
And-
0.
Okay,
Is it possible
roll?
to get negative initiative?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did roll. I was saying that you
Uh,
rolled just as bad as we did.
It is possible, but
yeah.
a little rare.
Hmm.
You need a -2 in your dex.
He raises both his hands. You see his robes pull away to reveal skinny, skinny noodle arms as he starts screeching. But he has not had time to cast his spell. Buckthorn, you're up.
Is the map supposed to be exposed?
Oh, is it not? I forgot about that. It's because of the colors of the stage. The darkness level is actually kind of close to what the room looks like. You know, for the GM layer. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Break his legs.
Put him in a booty bag.
Sweep the leg, Buckthorn.
I mean, I suppose any proclamation of a god, but I suppose Ilmater would probably be your more Jesus-y equivalent. But it's that awkwardness of the names don't quite roll off the tongue as easily, so you usually
No,
get like
they don't, yeah.
usually get like the Viking oath thing, you know.
That's where you get things like Thal's balls.
Exactly. Moradin's beard.
Oh man, if Ernace had a belt of dwarven kind.
I mean,
Oh.
Bale's balls is one thing to mention because man, he spread it around.
Yeah, I read those books. Never played through the games, but I've read the books. Keep telling myself I should because we have the enhanced edition, but
Yeah, but as we saw, the enhanced edition has fucking weird dice logic.
it's one of those things that's on my list that's probably never going to get played.
Well, I'm gonna follow through and rush in.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Kathunk.
Oh fuck!
No, he's fine. He's in the room.
Oh, the door. I think we need a new thief. Subtle Storm's not very good at these doors.
But you can close them from afar, it seems.
It's because she won't keep her eyes open wherever you put the drops in. She keeps trying to run away.
Well, I'm only a bard. I don't have proficiency in thieves' tools, so good luck, everyone else.
So what are you doing, Buckthorn? You've got your movement here.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
next?
okay,
You got your action, your bonus.
spent my movement, and let's see.
You've got
Since
3 actions. Go.
Yeah. Since we didn't really stop for any rest,
Mm-hmm.
kind of limited in things I can do here.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be careful with your resources. That is a hit. -8.
And repeat.
And another hit. It's a lot of screaming, a lot of pain.
Oh man, why do we kill everything we encounter? I'm never gonna get to use hold person.
Does he stop chanting?
Oh yeah, he stopped doing
I
a lot of
believe-
things.
I
like-
believe-
He was expecting to fall over as well with the force of a javelin, but then it goes back into your hand out of him, and he kind of straightens up until the second one hits him. And again, he staggers awkwardly.
Oh, that's fucked up. You go stagger forward, and then the javelin pulls you backwards as it comes back out. Oh god.
Get whiplash damage?
Yeah, like oh. It's bad enough he's become impaled, but
Yeah, he's bleeding quite badly. Anything for your bonus? Or are you done?
Nothing I can really do of value with the bonus right now, I believe.
At the moment. Alright then, Ernace.
You know, just because it's weirder, I'm gonna crouch and try to shoot through Buckthorn's legs. Wang.
You almost hit one.
Well, that's my turn. Good luck, everyone else. I mean, it was either that or a vicious mockery. Both would have been. Well, actually, no, vicious mockery. He would have had to save against. Maybe that would have been the way to do it. But I want to use my crossbow.
Oop, I forgot. Oh no, hang on, I do have a sheet. Blood and syllables spit from the goblin necromancer's mouth as he's seeing his final moments ahead of him.
Oh man, blood and syllables. That's Erne's next album.
Wait, is the door open?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The kafunk is not for the door.
Oh.
For the trap.
Let's see. I mean, I've got all
Yeah, but-
these options here.
But as
the
we've seen,
necromancer
the traps are in
has.
disrepair, so it's fine, right?
I think you should cast Fog Cloud.
I don't know. Cloud Kill's pretty good.
I don't. Oh man, I need to get fog cloud.
But yeah, the best he can do is to conjure up a ray of sickness at the rabbit.
No, you know, Pan.
There's a
I can one up
17
you.
hit.
I can cast Thunderclap.
Yeah, it's nothing without the clouds.
Just f everyone
Uh,
over.
I have 18 AC, so.
So no, it doesn't.
And I think Divine Health would not make me
You're
sick.
not immune to poison.
Oh.
You're immune to disease. That's different.
Well, then why do they call it sickness?
Well, it's because it does have a knock-on effect. Let's see, did I type it up? No, I did not type this one up. But it has a little bit more to it than just poison damage. Meanwhile, it would be completely worthless on a higher level monk. But that's all he's got, so he just flops down on the coffin. Awaiting his end. You can hear a few weird syllables, and a few of you might have some knowledge of goblins as you hear Maglobliet. Donkin.
I've learned my lesson about trying to kill the final boss and then failing to kill him. And
Have you?
I could totally kill him right now.
Donkin.
Yes?
Give me a strength save.
Okay. Wait. Yeah.
Bernace. Give me a strength save.
God damn it. I'm. How did I do better than you?
Luckily, by combining your body mass and his wiry form, you're able to press against the launcher that rises up quickly and keep your feet where they are, along with shoving it back down to clear the way.
Alright, Ernest, if you just stand on it, I'm sure it won't come back up, okay?
Uh huh.
So now you can continue your movement.
it was at the very end there anyway. I'm sure something evil's gonna come out of there. I'm just gonna prep a little firebolt to hit anything that comes out of that coffin.
Subtle storm.
I'm hoping that I've seen the pattern, so
Kafunk.
yep. It's set again. And then
Very much a case of that's someone else's problem.
at the goblin.
That is a miss.
On all of them?
Well, not the. I forgot you popped it twice. Yeah, the 19 hits. The 14 misses, though. He is still barely going, but there's not a lot of goblin left. Quite a lot punctured.
I feel bad, but I don't.
It's kind of hard to see the defiance in his eyes past the tears. There's a lot of snot just drooling out from his nose now as he's just screeching all kinds of incoherent things.
Okay. How far can I actually go? I think I can. Yeah, I'm going to use feline agility.
Give me a strength save.
16.
You manage to also push down against the pad that's trying to launch you out of the way. Now you can continue your movement.
Alright. Then I'm going to punch him
Mm-hmm.
with claws.
That's a hit. That's a miss. But it might not matter. It actually does matter. He's still alive.
I should have used the spear. But yeah. I guess that it will be it then, as I stare down on the goblin that just won't die.
Unless you want to throw in a bonus action or something.
Alright, I could strangle him with a tentacle. No.
No, you do not.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I just have it flail around his head, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my Japanese animes.
Duncan, you can see. He doesn't have a knife.
My knife that he stole that I stole. Damn it, where'd it go?
Zarina, your turn's up.
All right.
It's a shame you can't ask him now, as he has punctured lungs.
He really is bleeding a lot, actually. He's only been stabbed a few times.
I will use my bonus to manifest my echo where the cat is.
Well, you can't put it on top of him.
I can't?
I don't know, I never actually read the Echo Fighter Deep.
Let's see.
It just seems like...
Unoccupied space.
Yeah,
Unoccupied space.
Well, these have a corpse in them, so it's fine.
It's actually got to be here. It's 15 feet.
There you go then. Yeah, I just know they don't like anyone sharing spaces.
Okay. Can
Unless
move
you're a halfling.
30 feet on my turn, but I'll vanish at the end of turn, and we're going to non-lethally try and knock out this necromancer goblin.
Try and knock him out, okay.
He might still bleed to death, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Nope. Nope.
What?
He's
What
too
the-
dexterous for you.
Do you want to
Wait,
reschedule for
down.
next week? Because this is just kind of sad.
We need to play on Sunday, not on Monday, clearly.
Who knew your dice roller was Garfield?
What the fuck? I call shenanigans on that. That is too.
Alright, top of a round, you're all going to sit down and think about what you did wrong.
All right.
Why have the gods
There.
forsaken you?
I flushed my rolls.
And you're not getting those back.
That's a
now,
bunch of
you know that.
20s.
Buckthorn, it is
Hey,
not
I'm
yet
fine
your
with
turn.
losing
It is the
those.
top of a round.
Because I see myself also losing a 1, 4 3s, a 4.
But 3 20s are
Five.
gone.
Never to return.
Really?
You
Well,
know,
I've
it's a little
also
above
used 3
statistically.
1s, so, I'm in balance.
But yeah, that's pretty.
The problem is you didn't
yeah.
you didn't lose them in a hypothetical roll. Does advantage at the end of your turn?
Yes.
There we go. Just showing better wave in. But yeah, those of you who have a good eye on the goblin, and I'll move Fern and your rev up, but again, rearguard sort of actions. I'll spread them out a bit. You can all see color is draining from the goblin necromancer. Almost entirely, in fact, as he expires on the coffin.
Oh.
That's a bad sign.
Well, I was going to try to pull him off, but I guess not. Phrase it.
You'll have to make friends with another goblin for that.
It's okay. I got this. I'll put the color back in him.
Those are beans.
If only I had spell
you're
slots.
tagging your kill.
I mean, you missed it, Nil, when they came up with another fucked up one of... We had some of our party petrified and out of the abyss, and they suggested, what if we bring this guy back and say, well, he died, but we dedicated this statue of him to you.
Oh, the Rumblefoot statue. Yes. I wanted to.
Anyway, we can revive the other 3, just not him.
Yes, the lid of a coffin bursts aside. And a
Double
slim...
occupancy not allowed, it seems.
Yes, and a slim white-haired figure emerges from it.
Is it the Lich again?
And shoves aside afternoon nap without an issue. As he draws out a thin blade.
Ah, monster. I think I had a prepped action for this.
Oh no.
Yes,
Hello.
you did have a prep action. You can
There
shoot your
it is.
firebolt immediately before any conversation begins.
Yeah, are you sure you want to do that? Don't do that.
He had it ready, he was waiting.
He already did.
Don't do it.
If
Don't.
I jumped on the if I jumped on all the dishware, he fired that fireball. It's only fair.
There is a very thin, slightly curved smile on his face until the firebolt hits.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
Bart, no.
Sorry
scared me.
for the habit.
And then you see all those smooth features crinkle up into a snarl. And
I take it
he's quite
it's
dexterous.
too late to apologize for him.
What do you know? It kind of is. As he steps in towards afternoon nap and Buckthorn.
We didn't do that.
First, the blade on the cat. That's a good start.
Oh no.
There you go, 14 damage.
I take it.
And then flipping around with his claws upon Buckthorn. Ah, there we go. He wasn't quite ready for your shape. Like, he squared off against other things, not rabbits. You're sort of, a little bit more mobile as you hop around.
Have I been asleep this long? Rabbits are this big now?
But he does look around
Sounds
at
3
it.
years.
But he does have a glance at the furry ensemble to his left and in front of him. And into the fire spark on the right.
Oops.
What convention did I wake up in?
And he does speak, but none of you know that language. Buckthorn. This is something your divine sense would usually work on. You're pretty certain of that. What with him licking the blood up.
Well, let's do it.
Right here, right now? Oh god.
Well, you just know.
I just know.
You just know. You're face to face with it. You've seen the teeth. You're pretty sure. To what extent you know, that's a different matter.
Well, you know the type of any being.
You are fairly certain something that pops out of a coffin like this, with such a pale characteristic, is an undead. Or a drow, in which case it still needs to die.
Or a nerd. Well, I guess we're on to the. Why is my thing so? Okay, I can't.
Sometimes
Let me
Roll20 gets a bit
reopen.
lagged.
Let me reopen my page.
Alright. Ernest, Serena, Duncan, Subtle Storm, Maternap. There's brief glances around the room while also taking in the fight and noticing that there probably were portraits, plaques, all that sort of thing, but they've all been ripped off. Likely looted. What might have identified this room's contents is probably underneath the goblin corpse.
Mm.
Shame.
Well, I put a logical reason for his stuff, you know? As a hit.
Start with the regular.
Mm-hmm. Another hit.
Be consistent die.
Yes, despite his shirtless nature, curse of being such a creature, you don't feel yourself carving deep into him. Still hits, still draws something from him, but you're not getting the purchase you were hoping for. Got your bonus, got your movement.
I will move to the side.
And you watch his eyes light up on seeing Ernest. So crepuscular. It's like foie gras just running around.
The hors d'oeuvres are served.
Ah, yes, the foie gras. Yes, I've heard of this.
Speaking of, Ernest.
Who does your makeup? Because it looks hideous. You probably fired them.
Fire?
He actually fails against it. As you shake around your words inside his skull, and
Get
that's an
better
unpleasant feeling.
lipstick, nerd.
Alright, bonus and movement, what do you got?
I don't think I have anything because I'm perfectly okay here.
You took a short rest,
Are
so
you
you
sure?
should have some inspiration.
Oh yeah, I do have inspiration.
Pretty sure level 6 is when you start getting it on a short rest.
Yeah, no, I did get my inspiration back. You know what, Duncan? Have inspiration. Don't fail me.
Thanks. I didn't earn this, but I'm gonna use it.
After my vicious mockery, I just look at him and give him a big thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn now. I'll use inspiration.
Duncan, before your turn, he starts to move, weaving between the fighters arrayed against him. And draws up against you.
Uh-oh.
Am I dead yet?
There are words rolling off his mouth, but they're hissy. They sound nice, you know, melodic, but fucked if you know what they mean. And then he swings his sword.
Ow.
No shield?
You know, why would I take a good spell? I don't even have shield.
6 damage, then.
I'm not dead.
And your turn.
I guess I don't know what he shan, but I'll give it a shot in Primordial. Sorry about the fire thing.
There is a strange
Oops.
flicker of recognition in his eyes.
Yeah, say we don't need to fight. I hold up my hands. Hey, we good, right? I forgive you for stabbing me. You forgive me for shooting you. Eh?
I don't hear the words of prey.
Well,
Bleat,
what do you
little
think?
sheep. Bleat.
What do you think of this sword?
Yeah, it is.
Not
Quite
bad.
nastily, too.
Now you have to double forgive me, or else.
What's the logic there?
I hit him twice. He has to double forgive me.
I don't think he has to forgive you at all.
Yeah, well, I have a sword that's on fire.
Subtle storm.
I'll pretend that made sense.
Very nice. That's going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, I've actually.
Sneak attack,
Yep.
twice.
Yep, and I have to do that. And... The sneak attack's not twice, because that would have been on the first one.
That's true. What a shame.
Yeah.
Well, 20 damage is still great, though.
Yeah.
And he's starting
Leave
to look.
the poor Wick boy alone.
And he's starting to look a tad weakened. Afternoon nap.
I turn into an ice cube.
All right.
You're a meat popsicle.
And... Yes.
You frost your tips,
Sure.
looking very 90s.
And I will have the tentacle go over and slap the vampire. That is rude. You don't eat cats. And here's the tentacle.
Ubisoft logo.
Can it move that far?
It can move 30 feet.
Okay.
Let me pick that again. Yeah, 30 feet. But yeah, it seems, hopefully, that squid tastes better than cat.
Mm. And your action? Oh yeah, it was to do Armor of Agathis. There we go. Zarina.
Now, I've seen people trigger this floor trap multiple times.
Yes.
Have I been able to deduce where they stepped to set it off?
Every time you hear the kafunk, it is someone just here.
It's into it.
Like, it seems just that patch of ground seems to be connected somehow. It's very subtle. You don't see the floor dip or raise.
Because I do have a solution, but it's not a good one.
I mean, there's a couple of easy solutions.
Well, I mean, obviously pushing your nace onto it would work, but I'd rather not do that.
I mean, you don't have to push him. You could convince him there's a shiny bit of candy there.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere near that room.
You could throw a ration pack on the floor.
That
I
might
was,
do it.
I was considering just dropping the iron pot I got on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the probability of that would then it comes flying back and hits either me or Ernest or both of us.
Mm-hmm. There's another option as well, which surprisingly doesn't seem to have come up.
Jump over?
There you go.
Yep. So I will try to jump over it.
Yes, you succeed. It's a 5-foot gap.
Whoop.
This is not something you have to roll on.
And
And it's
he's
pretty
gonna
crowded in
roll it.
here.
It
Very crowded in
is.
So I guess I will manifest my echo behind him.
You're red.
So
You're
now
going to have to toss me.
And let's punch. 25. Though probably doesn't. I'll take double 25s.
Yeah.
I'll take double 9s.
Consistency.
The wallops go in.
Apparently I roll in pairs today.
Yeah.
Pair of 1s, pair of 18s, pair of 5s.
That's looking a bit crowded in there. You all okay?
Vampire!
Do you want me in there?
It's a little crowded. And also there's a pressure plate right to my east. Good chance to send you flying.
All right then.
Ready up a ranged weapon if you can, if you try to escape.
Sure.
Thank you.
Ernace. Do you wish
Hello.
to? Do you wish to fly?
Yeah, go ahead. Toss me.
Yeah.
Toss me over the pressure plate.
Lie, little man.
It's quite nicely done. You do slide beneath Zarina, but it's not a bad fall or anything. Like, he tried to make sure you'd stay head upwards the whole time.
If Blood Bowl has taught me anything, it's that halflings are good at being thrown.
Yeah.
Right,
They
Pan?
always die on my fucking teams. Maybe it's because it was a lizard, not a tree.
Maybe it's because you just kept throwing them. Just fucking constantly tossing them. There's a sound of rattling, however, both in the room and from the halls. As a lair action hits. And the leathery bodies that were once holding him pinned rise up. As does the drained, withered form of the goblin necromancer. Animated. Witchlight in his eyes. Dee-ba-doo. And I gotta add them to initiative. Did not roll great. And yes, it is exceedingly crowded right now. But there's temptation as well. It's been so long. Duncan, he's going to try to claw you.
I missed.
That's annoying. I was hoping he would. Oh well. But he is going to turn slightly shimmery, a little hard to make out distinctly in the chamber. And just sort of walk through you all to get the subtle storm.
No, thank you.
And then bring the blade down. Does a 19
Ow.
hit
Oh, yeah.
for 8 piercing. You can also see his wounds are starting to close a little.
You know, you didn't have to do that.
Buckthorn. That leathery, cracking corpse beside you may have once been a noble vampire hunter, perhaps even a paladin of the order, but now there's an affront to life. And Ernace is there too. Look at him. He's happy.
And it's also
I'm getting
not my
Celeste to
problem.
flashbacks. I'm a paladin and I want to fight the vampire.
It's also not my problem.
Boing. It's a little tricky too. He's got to get the angle just right or he'll hit his head on the roof.
And more backstab. With advantage.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Not so nice.
Indeed, but you know, you technically hit him twice. As once again you cleave down him. Again, just not quite getting the purchase you were hoping for. But he's still wounded. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
You want to run back to that spot? You could do that.
I took some damage on the way. No.
The Skeletons move in. One for Buckthorn. Oh, this won't be an advantage.
Doesn't matter.
7 on Buckthorn. And this one is also an advantage. It'll be against Ernace. Because
Wait,
that
what?
voice is in his head now.
I want to know where the advantage is coming from. I call BS.
Mm-hmm. 4 damage. Hernace. He just got swatted by a... You're not even sure if it was a sword. It's hard to tell. It's quite decayed. Maybe it was a lance that just lost a lot of its length.
This is going to be the comedy option, but I'm going for it.
That hits. For a good solid 10 damage. You rattle those bones. It's annoying though because you break them and you're not entirely unknown to undead strife and such, but when you hit these bones, they don't chip and fly away. They stay roughly where they would have been anchored.
That's not satisfying at all.
Hmm. Are you disappointed in these bones?
I am disappointed.
Anything else?
No, not at the moment.
You definitely did damage to it. It's just, it doesn't seem to be the kind you were hoping for.
I need a hammer.
Donkin.
I heard
Donkey,
skeletons
you
were weak to
attacked him.
fire. But I do.
I blame this on you.
Yeah, I did attack him, but I apologize. Hey, can you stop attacking the cat for a second? She hates being in corners, I guess.
You continue to flap those lips. Why?
Hello?
Know
Yeah, that's...
your place.
I'm gonna hit this skeleton with a sword.
You know,
Have a good day.
if anyone wants to be a sort of judge of character at this point, well, actually, only Donkin could. He's the only one who can understand him. Donkin, roll an insight.
Okay.
Very nice. He has unshakable confidence in his words. But you can see that he's being hacked up by you guys and outnumbered. But there's just not even a mote of doubt. He is utterly convinced in those words.
Well, hey everybody. I think he probably has something else up his sleeve. Does he have sleeves? Did you say he was not wearing a shirt?
He's not wearing a shirt now.
Okay, we're okay.
Why would the shirt matter?
No sleeves to hide things in. Now,
Anything else?
how much is Ernace's inspiration at this point? D6, D8?
Inspiration is a D8.
There you go.
I'll try it.
Yeah, it'll make the difference.
There we
There you
go.
go. That's a hit.
Nice.
Very nice. As you scorch and bring the sword down through it, it's kind of amusing for a moment as you cleave through the ribs and you just see fragments of it twirling momentarily from the force, and then slowly rolling back.
This is no normal skeleton.
Subtle storm. You don't get to go yet.
I don't.
No. As once again he's going to shift mistily through the room. Duncan, you just
back
keep
here.
talking.
I did ask for this,
It's
and Rainey was right. This is kind of my fault.
going to claw at you again. And now he's going to keep hold of you.
Ah.
Pulling him in front of you. Or, pulling you in front of him. Bleh. And taking a few
He's in front of
steps
Duncan.
back.
Get him.
Oh no.
There's a horrible fetid breath rolling down your shoulder right now, Duncan. Subtle storm.
I'm going to disengage. Wait, actually, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The other corner.
He has the zoomies.
That's a miss.
Miss. And that was my.
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
bonus attack, yeah.
Good attempt.
Let the Wick Boy go.
Doesn't even look in your direction.
I suppose I will have to try to be a bit more convincing than that. Does the skeleton take the attack of opportunity?
Yes, it does.
Well, it may.
Oh, hang on. Gets 2 rolls. Still misses.
Yeah. And the other one gets that one too, if it pleases.
They absolutely will lash out of movement, but I think they miss again.
And now I have an AC of 13.
Okay. As a hit. 5 damage.
And it takes 15 cold.
Mm-hmm.
Take that away. And I'll move here.
No, it takes... Let's see here. Cast a spell... So your 3rd level spells already?
Yes. I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Level 5? Or level
I
6?
have 3rd level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Warlocks have regular spell progression as full casters. Just less spell slots.
Alrighty. It takes the cold. You're not sure how deep the chill bit into it.
But
To
it's
the bone.
frosty at least. And I will see if I can remove the vampire from Duncan. Oh, yes.
2 hits.
Oh, that's...
It's alright, I can ignore the second number on it.
Yeah. That's 30 force damage.
Yeah, very powerful blows. Which just tear chunks out of the vampire's body.
And for good measure, I'll give him a light slap as well. And I move him 10 feet towards me. Up here. Let the campfire go, please.
Does that
Not going for a
drag
ride.
Duncan with...
No, actually, it separates grapples.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, good catch.
The goblin now, with witchfire in its eyes, pounces on the attacking cat with some strange undead fury to it. So I now glance down the various moves it could have. Yes, it's a bit of a flurry, in fact. Very nice. As it attacks twice, just launching and scratching.
Okay, it has advantage.
Yes.
All right. Con saves. Nope, I am poisoned.
And it did 26 damage. Oh no, I'm adding up wrong now. Never mind. Let's see. Oh no, 11.
Do you double the poison as well?
Yeah, because it's the dice it rolls with it.
All right.
Doesn't it take Armor of Agathis damage?
Yes, it will take 1. Yeah, it will take 1 times 15 damage, but not the second time, and that's 11 plus. Plus enough damage that I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Just put down by this frenzied goblin corpse. Zarina. There are just gaping wounds in this vampire now. But a goblin just pounced on Afternoon Nap and clawed at his face and chest furiously.
Yeah. Right. Let's try and end the vampire. Hopefully soon. No. And one for the goblin. There we go.
You sure you wouldn't want to use that in the vampire? Maybe
Sure.
you're frustrated if you couldn't get him the first time, so you just go in with the other hook.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
He falls down as his neck is snapped around by your fist.
Nice.
And as he crumples, the other do it at the same pace. You manage to floor the vampire.
Conveniently in the right place.
Yeah, didn't that goblin drop a stake or something?
Yes, it was launched around the room when he burst out of his coffin.
I thought we put it back very fast.
Any consensus from the group?
Is Afternoon Nap taking a nap?
I'm
He's at 0.
I probably have nightmares as well. The way I'm gurgling about.
Nah, it's just a grey oblivion.
Can we stake him?
I don't
read it
know.
works
Afternoon
in
Nap
books.
is kind of suspicious here. He dropped at the same time as the rest of the monsters.
Sir Buckthorn.
And he was away. Are we sure this is really Afternoon Nap?
Sir Buckthorn, could you consecrate this coffin?
Maybe?
Perhaps.
Also, is anyone getting Afternoon Nap up off the ground?
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about for the moment. Is like, does anyone have healing left?
We can at least stabilize him first.
Because I have one
No,
thing that I could spend, and that's it.
I got 1 left, okay? Wow. Such a big upcast.
He's alive, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
And now I'm tapped out. Good luck, everyone else.
So yes,
I have more than 0 HP. That's
despite
nice.
the dragging of the heels of the party, we're gonna say you guys agree to stake the vampire. Pinning him back in his coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good option.
In which case, we are out of initiative.
And now we leave.
And Calm
Check
is.
his body.
I just love the idea of Donkin jostling him for his pockets, and out comes a steak again. It's like, what did he keep in here? Why'd you put that in? We just pulled that out.
I told Brader because I had walked away right when this was going on.
I suggested we stake him.
Yeah, but after a bit, it's just like, just take him.
Consecrate him in the name of the Black Rabbit of Inla, the guardian of the underworld and the dead.
It's better than the one making mochi on the moon. Fred, if you're curious, he had 3 HP left from your attack.
Nice.
I asked Fern if she's ever killed a vampire before.
I wasn't even involved in this one, so no. No, I have not.
Tell everyone you were involved is what you should do. Because you were here.
I mean, you all did really, really well, so, be proud of yourselves. You killed a horrible monster. To get you guys team spirit. 4 HP.
Yeah.
But we should still get someone a bit more specialized in taking care of him. He's just stuck in place right now.
Should we collapse the cave or something, maybe?
You get to pick 2 people in the party here to roll intelligence.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Why don't we keep him staked and drag him outside?
Oh, into the sun.
Yeah, we could do that.
A thought
It'd be
occurs
really
to
convenient if we had a lot of discs and lenses that we could set up in the corners of this cave to project sunlight into this room.
Okay, that's a bit convoluted.
There you go.
What if we tunnel directly upwards, or perhaps directly down from somewhere?
That
around
is
top?
not the result of a 22.
It is. He's thinking outside the box. He's gone beyond.
Okay, hold on. What if we... Okay, Pan, go ahead.
You both arrive at the same answer, just different paths.
Now, instead of actually, going into the sun from outside, what if we actually spend the time to open up some sort of portal to a different plane that has just all suns, the sun plane?
Do you have that capability?
I'm just the ideas guy.
Can I...
That's not
I
the
make
brightest
steak
idea.
Glow.
I turn to the Subtle Storm and Afternoon Nap. Do they have the Fable? One that's, like the mouse and the bell with Tabaxi. The same lesson, but different.
I don't even know that fable.
Yeah, I don't either.
Belling the
Yeah.
cat.
No.
You've never heard of Belling the cat?
Let's see. Hang on. I'm trying to think now. I don't know if I know the whole moral story of it, but was it a
it's
plot
very
by the mice to put a bell on the cat?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't remember the rest of the tale and how it plays out for the mice. I assume well.
But which one of you will bell the cat? And there we were met with silence.
I'll carry him out.
No,
I'm not
it's more of
strong enough.
just it's more of just teaching Duncan a lesson that
That he
an
won't
idea
take
can be
the credit.
good, but if nobody will do the idea, it is not worth doing.
The idea that if he was only as gloriously incandescent as Frith, then we wouldn't need to remove him from the room. The light from Duncan himself could keep the undead suppressed.
I mean, it's
but
just pure
yeah.
speculation, but I don't think I've ever. I mean, if it was that easy to just take the vampire and drag him out into the light to kill him, then why would anyone put him in here?
Perhaps they didn't think of it at the time.
Or they
Did
were
you
in
know he was a
cahoots.
vampire?
There is something that draws your attention. In the corner where Zarina's copy eventually dishimmers, disappears from, there are the remnants of what looks like a very fancy chest.
Duncan, it's your turn.
I said the remnants. It
You know
has
what?
clearly been busted apart.
I'll check anyway.
It's all a mimic.
God.
It's a colony of them. They haven't yet made the entire chest yet. Let me roll initiative 50 times.
It's 50 baby mimics.
I'll scoop them up with my magical spoon and eat them.
That's a fascinating action. I can't imagine it ending well for you. I'm pretty sure they're made of stronger acid.
It's for science.
Our result is he died really quickly. He couldn't even tell us what the flavor was. It was that fast. His ornate blade is still sitting there. Do you want to rifle
Whoever got
his
stabbed
pockets?
with it most gets to have it, I think.
Yeah, do you want to rifle through his pockets? And what about the goblin?
I will rifle through the goblin and the vampire's corpse.
The goblin is a fascinating collector of all kinds of knickknacks, doodads, and dried offal organs and extremities. You have, make sure to write this down now, 34 assorted fingers. 70% are from a left hand. 18 toes, actually an even spread between left and right, but a predominance of pinky toes. 3 ears, all elven.
Wow.
4 dried eyeballs of unknown origin, because they're little puffballs right now. 1 troll tongue, 2 foot long. Still wet. And the rest is kind of unidentifiable. So enjoy your loot.
Great.
He does also
Vampire
have a pretty grimy bangle, but it looks to be made of pretty decent quality gold. You might get something for it.
Don't tell me where we got it.
So what is it?
A bangle.
Ah.
And there's one more bit of jewelry, you're not sure you want it. There's a clink in his trousers.
I'm going to regret it. I'm going to look.
It's where you think it is.
Of course you are.
Lodged through what you think that is. And
Nope.
you've probably never locked eyes on one of those before. From that creature.
Nope. I put the pants right back up and I just say, that's all jewelry I'm not touching. And I go to check
Why'd
the
you-
vampire.
Why
You-
do we need to do that?
You have this horrible realization it's a lot better polished than the bracelet you're holding.
I thought he might have just shoved things into his trousers, not that it was in the thing in the trousers.
You gotta keep it on you. You never know when someone's gonna go for your pockets. Safest place to put it. Who's gonna go grabbing the crotch of a booyag? As for the vampire, he does have a
While
fine...
staking the vampire, what was on the vampire?
Exactly, yes. There's his refined sword. Looks very fancy. A long sword, in fact. There's also his necklace, which has a bit of a chip out of the side, but otherwise, pretty good heft of metal to it. Nice red stone in it. Of course it would be a red stone. 3 rings. Altogether, like, a quick glance at them, eyeing them up cynically. You eventually come to the conclusion, they're probably about 50 gold apiece. No signets or anything on them, though. No symbols. It's just metal and sometimes a gemstone in them. Same thing with the necklace now that you think about it. There's just nothing scratched in.
Nothing to really identify it, to distinguish it.
It's fancy as well, but it's sort of surface level fancy. Like the front of it is all very nicely ornate and done up, but the back of it is pretty plain. You don't see any ridiculously extravagant detailing on the rings either.
Hmm.
You said there were 4 of those?
Necklace and 3 rings? Or
Yep, necklace and 3 rings.
One necklace, 3 rings.
3 rings, okay.
And nothing where the goblin had originally been standing that gives any clue of what the hell was going on in this room before we barged in.
Well, as you piece together from what you saw, he was staked down by the two corpses.
The goblin was probably trying to revive the vampire to protect himself.
Ah, yes, and in the rubble you do find, scuffed up to hell, with all kinds of bizarre goblinoid annotations and bits and pieces, is a piece of a spell book. Looks like the front cover and about 6 pages still intact.
I can be trusted with that.
You recognize this. It was in his hands when he was doing the chanting.
Hmm.
I actually do know exactly what to do with this.
As you look at it, you get the feeling that no, you don't.
I was going to say burn it.
Oh, yeah, that you know to do. But as you look at it, it's just like, I mean, it's always nice to take a look at another wizard's secrets, right? What the fuck is this? You understand the goblin better than you do the original writing.
Oh. Well, maybe actually we should hang on to this and hand it to a historian to study it.
I'd leave it in your hands.
Oh, also, when I was talking to the
That's a
vampire, since
horrible idea.
it was very convenient. I was the only person who could understand his speech, and he told me that all his stuff was mine, and that was his last will and testament.
I think under normal law, the wills of a criminal don't have to be acknowledged.
What was his crime?
We
Trying to
invaded
kill
his
us.
home.
You came into
We
his
invaded his
house.
home. Yeah,
Yes,
we're the
and
bad
we
guys.
killed him in self-defense.
I'm pretty sure the castle argument comes up here.
This is not a castle, it is a dungeon or a cave.
Also, is it still weirdly silent in here?
Yes. Super oppressive and still cold.
Anyway, do you guys want me to identify the sword first so we can see what it does? I'm
There's
sure
some
it's
other
magic,
items.
right?
I mean,
Oh, the necklace probably
Yeah.
magic, right?
I mean, one of them probably turns you into vampire. Go ahead, put it on.
And there's only one way to find out.
While he's identifying, I'm gonna take a short rest.
Zarina, would you like to play around with Vigner's sword? Get a feel for it.
Certainly.
Because that's the official way to actually attune to something if you don't have Identify handy, to learn the things. Well, let me get my notepad out. Toop-a-doo.
Well, if a short rest is going to be taken, I'm going to spend my last hit die as well.
Mm-hmm. So, as we go here, the Refined Sword is just a +1 longsword.
Nice.
No other weirdness to it. Vigner's sword, on the other hand, is a +2 longsword, but because of the shit state of its blade, it only deals a d4 of bludgeoning damage. It does, however, have 6 charges in it. Gets 1d4 +1 each dawn. For 2 charges, you can cast Compel Duel with a DC of 15. And for 3 charges, you can cast the cantrip Blade Ward, but as a bonus action.
Neat.
Yes.
Even though I've had several characters with Blade Ward and never used it, so good luck.
That's because this time it's a bonus action. That's why it costs that much. Because that makes it really powerful. Is there anything else you're putting for Identify while the rest of them try to sleep off the pain?
Yeah, the necklace, right?
The necklace is non-magical.
Oh, okay, just shiny.
Just shiny.
Would it look good on me?
Again, it just feels odd that the back of it and some of the detailing just isn't really that deep or well done.
Does Identify tell you if it's even actually valuable metal?
I don't know. Does it click it? Does it tell you anything about
Yeah, let me
mundane
clear up.
objects? Nope, only works with magic items. I mean, you can tell. This would get you some gold. Probably in the realm of, say, 50, maybe 75 if you can find a good enough guy.
Okay.
Although you think a lot of that would actually just be if you pried out the gym. But then you wouldn't be getting as much anyway.
And I'm writing that down, and it occurs to me the C button on my keyboard is broken. It's a neck lay.
That must be a bit of an issue for you.
You only really need a K and an S.
Yeah, he's gotta write things like midway. Just throw away the C, it's all K's now. Was there any other magical swag you had that had yet to be identified?
Let me check my inventory.
Don't believe so.
Nope.
I believe there was a fancy dagger found. Not the evil
Yeah, I have
one.
a knife. There's a wand and a knife, I think.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
do the wand.
Yeah. The wand is a wand of pyrotechnics.
Ah.
I feel like we're pandering to certain party members here.
And the knife is a +1 knife of returning, but it can only be thrown at short range.
So when Buckthorn gets a second attack, he can throw the javelin and the knife.
Well, he can throw a javelin twice, and he has a second attack.
Yeah.
Someone's not paying attention.
Wand of pyrotennis. Nice. Anyone want the dagger?
I have mine.
But what if your brain stops working?
Well, then I have bigger problems.
I have a light sword and vicious mockery. I don't think I need it.
I got 2 swords
Crossbow.
now, so
Yeah. We're just inundated with weapons. It's great.
I mean, I have fire hands, so it's
Who
+1.
uses swords?
I have
So
my fishing
barbaric.
rod.
I'll take it.
Almost like you
Yeah,
might
I
want to
feel
spread
like-
these out among the other members of the party that show up when you hunt down the Cordove.
I feel like fishing rod should take it.
Hey, can we just hand these into the town to the town when we get back to add to the pool for the next party?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could use another
Yeah.
fish knife.
It's also a case of it just makes sense to find this kind of swag here. Like the other quests the Boarsiders have went on, didn't really make a whole lot of sense to have magic items. And it's like, what? Was the vampire really going to just swing around a normal sword? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They're fancy like that.
Nothing much on the skeletons.
Oh, by the way, during the short rest, if you rolled hit dice, roll an extra d6 if you need it.
Song of Rest.
I forgot about Song of Rest.
There is actually. They both had holy symbols to Tyr.
Oh,
They're not really worth a whole lot, these ones, but they're decent enough quality. Especially after all these years. Might be worth returning them to a clergy of some sort. Might get some good karma.
What did dagger do again exactly? I was getting a drink.
+1 dagger, and when you throw it at 20 feet, it comes back instantly.
Okay, dagger of returning, basically.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's yes.
I just went through the function instead.
All right. Shall mark that down then.
if I eat this wand of pyrotechnics, do I learn pyrotechnics?
It's a fascinating question. I'm sure it's been asked at many a table. I believe the answer is it's not about the consumption, it's about the insertion. So it's
would be
how
hard to
far
write
you
with a
want to
monster
go
mouth.
for that spell.
Eh,
And the answer is enough to make your eyes water.
Cool spell.
But yes, it can cast pyrotechnics twice a day.
I'll hold on to that.
Also, 15 scimitars are in the corner because there's just that many scimitars around. They're just the most common sword somehow.
Pathfinder moment. Yeah.
They're a weapon that requires expertise to make, more so than just a longsword because of a whole curved cutting edge. But there's just fuck tons of them. Goblins make them all the time.
But were any of them wielding 2 scimitars?
No, who does that?
Insane.
It's
Now,
ridiculous.
were the goblins trying to make scimitars, or are they just really bad at making straight swords?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's more. It's just.
I don't know. It's just one of those weird things that you can't really justify back and forth. It's like goblins wouldn't have the infrastructure to make that sort of thing. Hobgoblins obviously do. They're a militaristic society. Bugbears, of course, just steal their shit. But then you have the awkwardness of gnolls as they are in 5th edition. They're just raiders and destroy everything around them. Where the fuck do they get their weapons and armor from? Some of them are wearing chainmail. It's just you gotta shrug and go, well, they found it. They found perfectly fitting armor. Well, reasonably fitting armor.
Or they like captured the blacksmith and just made the blacksmith do it and killed him?
That's the
Yeah.
thing, though. The 5th edition ones don't. They just slaughter everything that's undefended. And burn down everything they can.
And
They're not thinking creatures.
depict their armor as like multiple sets of chainmail that's all been laced together.
Yeah, they kind of do. It's just there's a lot of metal. A lot of engineering shit for them. But yes, the party is rested. You have slain some sort of creature of the undead. Perhaps it goes bump in the night. Perhaps it'll be most
Many
people's
bumps in
first
this
pick
road.
in Baldur's Gate 3.
Wait,
All
there's
you-
fire in this
Maybe.
room?
Yes, all you know is that the druid could definitely have taken it.
Thought he was the giver.
Well, we don't know
That
what the next
scene
scene might be. But yes, apart from that, let's said, like, everything that probably was of value in this room has been pried off and taken away.
And we still haven't
Duncan?
found Duncan's knife.
No, but you did track down and kill the goblin.
Yes.
And you've got at least a brief idea of where he might have gotten his stuff.
Duncan,
And yet the silence persists.
Yes.
why don't we check that secret hiding place you found?
Secret hiding place was just the door over here, I thought.
No, it was the one that went down.
Oh.
You heard the chink chink chinking.
Well, no, to be fair, that noise of metal and steel and stuff, that was Vigner.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the door was like down here, I thought.
But there are other paths that have not yet been taken.
Like over the ravine we crossed. That goes places, doesn't it?
Yes, Ernest fell into a hallway you hadn't walked down yet.
Yeah.
Another nice, lead the way.
What?
Buckthorn should lead the way. Zarina should lead the way.
Not until we get to the desert, in which case your Rev can lead the way. You know, if that ever happens.
Click.
Yes, there was a kafunk.
Ooh, this could be used for fun purposes now. What if we
Jump?
take the vampire and we fling his corpse?
Zarina, give me a strength save. Unless... Well, it's not about the jumping at that point. Once it's set, it's not about jumping over it. I need a strength save. Pio? There we
I
go.
stop it and break it.
Why the mood? Yeah, you can set
Considering I
about...
jumped over the space where it was? Yeah. I got a mood.
Well, no, it's a case of it was set, and then you jumped over it when it was active. But yeah, it's now defunct. All it just took was someone fucking around with it. Strange you guys didn't think of that first.
All right, so next time we come into a trap, just throw Donkin on it. Got it.
Oh, we tried that, but I was too strong.
And,
What are you basing this statement on? Because it's not reality.
I didn't get thrown.
Mm.
So Ernie's impromptu beanbag couch is utterly useless at this point.
No, there's tons of shiny plates. It's just the lenses are a bit cracked up. Not many of them survived.
Mm.
And the wall fittings
Been
and
a
stands
really
and all
clever
still
way
work.
to take care of that vampire.
Why don't we just drag him outside?
What if a bird eats him and
After
turns into a
you.
lich bird?
That's not how that works. Once he goes outside, he'll be ash.
Do you know what time it is?
Still a pretty, well, like not early in the day, but it's around midday.
All right, then.
There was
I'll
still
go and
warm
drag the
sunlight
coffin.
out.
I'll go and drag the coffin.
I can assist.
Thank you.
And Fern, of course, comes along as well. And yeah, you drag the... Well, you gotta just carry the corpse. So Fern just shuffles along beside you, keeping the stake in place. So everything, hand underneath, hand on top. As the two of you just carry the corpse outside. And then quickly let go as it bursts into flames. And then into ash. And that's one less recurring villain the Boarsiders have to worry about.
Hooray!
It's just hilarious that potentially two of your villains are Rena's previous characters.
Sorry.
It's like I was telling some people about the story and how it's going, and then I realized, oh right, so her previous character became a traitor. Oh, that was, and she had to make that one after her previous character, but one before that also went missing. With people usually saying, are you just collecting her characters? Not intentionally.
If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Oh, I want to get this one.
Won't he? Dun 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 dun.
He can kill this one. He's not going to get one that way.
It's going to be an interesting tale.
Yes, she does have an interesting tail. It goes swish swish.
Which one?
Slunk, slunk.
She only has
No more
one.
tail.
Anyway, where
You
are
know,
we going?
DM, that tail could kind of get stuck in some traps. Just saying, It's kind of a hazard that way.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
I don't know, I think Buckthorn's out of sight at this point.
Well, you're still dragging the body, it seems.
No.
You've already passed me.
That's just
We
off
dragged the
screen.
body outside.
Yeah.
We don't need that kind of tedium.
So, back to the Ernie's Ravine. I hop down.
Mm-hmm. I assume you have some sort of light source.
If he doesn't, I can cast light on something.
You can see on the floor here quite a lot of footprints going in the direction you're standing. I say quite a lot, but it's clear it's one creature. It's moving fast.
Back and forth?
No, just towards you. And following along this pathway.
Somebody catch me.
No.
Once more of a cries of Bernace go unheeded.
I bring him down.
You're short and you're fat. And walks off.
I mean, yes.
No. Bring him down, not put him down.
The halfling is short and fat. Oh no.
Sometimes the tracks are a bit clearer. They're definitely not the goblin's feet. They look like adult-sized shoes.
Fucking clown shoes.
Considering who he
Stole
is, they
shoes.
might be Crocs.
Oh no.
Well, he needs them for the steam vents.
They got sport mode for when you gotta go fast.
Pathwise is a bit flooded here as well, but past the ankle level. Although it's still that unsettlingness of the cave as you start walking around in it. The water's displaced by you, but you wouldn't say you're splashing around in it. It's not really coming up in droplets. You're just moving through it.
Does it feel wet?
Yes. It does indeed feel wet. But it's just not binding. Like, you bring your foot out and it's dry again. Still cold. And to your left, you can see that there's a scrabbled path from the collapsed passage. Looks like it could be climbed up pretty easily.
Well, it looks like more rooms ahead. Now, will the cat willingly get wet?
Yep. Angrily.
I mean, we've seen she went off with a few guys before.
So I checked down this way. Does it seem like there's a cave in, effectively?
Certainly seems like it was a wider path. And you don't see any kind of origin source for the water. But there is a hand sticking out here. The skin tightly drawn against the bone.
Say, hold on, guys. If I die, remember me. And I gotta check it out.
Somehow she gets visions of the future.
You
The
know.
most dangerous high five.
Has a shiny ring on it, too.
I use Mage Hand to try to remove the ring.
What a shock.
It's learning.
You pull and tug with Mage Hand, but it's not coming loose.
Oh no.
I mean, a Mage Hand does not have much strength at all.
I know.
Even Ernace could get this ring off himself. Probably with his teeth.
I tried to remove it with my hand.
I was waiting for her to say, "Hey, can I borrow your fishing rod?"
See, here's the thing. If she
Surprised she
involves,
hasn't done that yet.
you see, if she involves other people, then she has to share. If she can claim it here and faces any danger, then it's obviously hers, right? It's earned. Have you not worked out this is why it happens this way? Every time?
No,
Oh, I know, but I'm just.
that's not it.
Yeah. Got
If
it.
you know, she's not keeping most of this stuff because she doesn't actually need anything. Um, but she goes to try to remove the ring.
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
I like that.
I was waiting for him to just put up an initiative tracker just to scare you.
There's not a whole lot of doing it. But there is a surprise factor involved. As the hand leaps out with no arm attached to it and claws at you.
Excuse you.
Is a 15 a hit?
Yes.
Gunther, how could you?
3 damage.
It's a funny little trap. It's a goof. It's a gaff.
I try to stab it with extreme prejudice.
Yeah, you can attack it.
I mean, yes, that's exactly what a cat would do.
Yeah, it's fucking dead.
There we go.
Got like 4 HP.
I cast True Strike on the
I
scorpion.
then go to take the ring.
Yeah, you pry it off. A bit angrily this time, not ignoring that the finger snaps there and just pulling at the rest of it. Looks really nice, though. It's got some deep engravings through it, too, and a little sheen of purple. Like, it's gold, primarily gold, but when it catches the light just right, there's a certain purple effervescence to it.
Problem down there?
All good right now. Just got something up off of a hand.
It's already on her finger.
And
She's robbing
no,
dead people
it's
again.
going in my pocket as I stomp on the hand.
I pick up the scimitar. Yes, you did. It's in your hand.
Thankfully,
Or- or-
Buckthorn did not witness any of this because he would have been disapproving. You just
was it
robbed.
a- was
you
it a
you mugged
rapier
and
that-
robbed that poor hand.
I stomp the hand a couple more times and then go to join the rest of everybody else.
Again,
Was it a...
Mhm.
Go ahead.
It's that bizarre thing as well, as you do this, there's no splashing, there's no churning of the water when you do it. Buckthorn, as you clamber up, you come to, at your best estimate, something like a storeroom. I mean, it's a long plundered one, but there's enough of an impression of, well, there's a lot of scuffs there. There's a distinct difference in dirt and filth and cleanliness in this area here. And then you sort of trace the path through your head of, you'd weave around here, and this is probably where Crater 2 would be, or at least a box or so. And there's just enough sort of shards of wood, nails, strewn around.
Nothing suspicious so far, though.
Nothing intact enough to be suspicious, really.
Well, I foolishly stepped forward.
You step forward foolishly. It's quite a strange gait you've got going there.
Much practice at the Ministry of Funny Walks.
I mean, the summer court has to do something in the long months. How many times did you go from Crusader to Jester in a day? Everyone loved your favorite joke, of course. The punchline was an elf. The lead-up could be fucking anything, but it had to be violent.
As the conga line shortened up.
I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of reluctance here.
I'm there, yeah. I was waiting for Nace to go, but he hasn't moved, so I guess I'll enter in.
He's got short
Yeah.
legs.
I'll wait out here, guys.
Get up here, Duncan.
Duncan, you're the one who is struck with familiarity. Oh yeah, this room, as you just keep walking forward. And then you turn left at the intersection.
I'd recognize these walls anywhere.
You're just kind of focused right now. Yeah, obviously, this way.
Duncan, where are you going?
Who knows?
The future.
As he just vanishes before your eyes as he walks through a wall.
I try to put my hand on the wall.
Your hand goes through the wall, but when you draw back, no hand is there.
Ah.
I just put him through a sphere of annihilation. I decided to try it out. No, you step through and see a door. This one,
Guys,
fantastically ornate. Absolutely gorgeous. This door looks like it should have been pried off and looted like the rest of the treasure in this place.
And speaking of nothing on a 16 for the rest of this room, there's just nothing of worth or interest.
Looking around, you do manage to pick up a few little odds and ends that look nice, like there's a shard of a gem, probably about 5 gold by itself. A couple of scattered coins. By the end of it, you come around with, 4 copper, 5 silver.
More so the signs that it's been looted, not that there's anything still around.
Yeah, it's definitely got that case of there's enough patches of clean and dirty side by side. Just tells you everything was taken out of here. And you also do see enough cracks in the walls and holes punched through it. Probably a lot of it was looters, not just moving. Duncan, you're really pleased to find your knife again.
I
Yay!
am calling, and I'm quickly following Duncan.
Oh, knife.
The door's locked.
Biscuits as I go to pick the lock.
This
Duncan,
knife would for sure be Nap's knife.
give me an athletics roll.
For me?
Ah.
No, from Duncan.
Oh.
That knife is really jammed in that door tough. You don't know why you did that, but, gonna keep prying it out.
Persistence is key.
These tools. You manage to snap open the door's locks pretty quickly. I assume you push it open.
Oh, yeah.
Oop, hang on. It's doing that thing again where it just lags on the command. There we go. You see Duncan standing in a room of several more leathery, dried corpses that are all readied for combat, standing facing the doorway. But Duncan is really trying to pull the fuck out of something in the door. Just really getting his arms in for it.
Duncan, step away.
I found the thing. Don't worry.
Sir, put the knife down. Step away from the knife.
I
Duncan.
love the casualness. I found the thing.
Just let me get out of the freaking door.
Give me another athletics check.
Something might be on the other side of the door, Duncan.
Just as she says that, that's your moment to shine. You manage to wedge it free, and you say, "Ha-ha!" as you hold up the evil knife.
Found it.
At which point you realize, what the fuck are you doing here? You
I
take
am a
notice of the
master.
corpses for the first time. They're still standing.
We should probably leave immediately. What do you guys think?
And you take a look carefully now at the door behind you that you were trying to pry the knife out of. It's all one big emblem. And distinctly bat-like.
Huh.
Wayne family crest.
Vampire?
That would explain the evil knife.
And the other vampire?
Come now, he might have simply been a hemophiliac.
We
was
really
a vampire.
did just kill a man then.
The knife did go through the door. There's now a little peephole.
Luckily I have Misty Step, so I can go right in.
No.
Should I look through? I should probably look through the door. I did make the hole.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I do.
To be fair, you also cast light.
So, hey, if he doesn't cast light, I can cast light. Like, That is a cantrip, I know.
You look inside the room, give me a perception check.
Ooh. That's not the hole, is it?
What the fuck?
You blink. And then for a moment, you do that. You wonder why the fuck you did it. You pressed your face up against the hole and closed the wrong eye.
I am not qualified for this, somehow.
Somehow. I don't know. How the fuck do you justify a 0?
Yeah, how do you fuck up so
Duncan,
bad?
is that
He
you?
thought about looking it in, and then he, got distracted by a light or something shiny back on this side of the door and just turned to look at that.
The problem is, he is the light and he is shiny.
Yeah,
God
he's
is
got to
dead.
look for something else that might be better than him. He gets to assert dominance.
Oh, that's never gonna go well.
I'll beat the fuck out of that manticore.
God damn it.
So what do, guys?
I'll look through. Just Duncan.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, but what other choice?
Man, it is fucking hard to see through this slit. It was a thin blade. It's like, you can see a bit of a wall. Stonework, that's nice. Weren't expecting that in this stone place.
Ernice, it's your turn now in this comedy bit. Go put your eye up against the
Someone
hole.
has to lift him.
I can even share a space with him. So yeah.
Someone has to pick him up.
What do you mean? It's got to be on eye level with me at this point.
Fuck no.
I'll pick him up.
Oh, it's that high, huh? It's not like where the doorknob is. Jeez.
No, it was a knife stabbed into the door.
Yeah.
By a tall person.
Yeah, by Duncan.
There you
Or
go,
someone
buddy.
else, who knows. Yep. Ernace, you're able to get your pudgy little eye through it a bit better. Because after all,
God.
a halfling knows how to look through a locked door to see where the larder is.
All right. So what's in the pantry?
You can make out that the floor is really scuffed up. There's cracks and scorches. There's bits where it's been roughed up, probably by being dissolved a bit. At the end of a room, you can see a stone coffin lodged in the floor. It's also got this ornate symbol on it.
Do I know the symbol, or can I at least describe the symbol?
Bat-like.
Bat-like. There's
And
another
regal.
coffin, and it's got a bat on it.
Does the
I think-
door have the same symbol on it?
Yes, as I said, it's matching with the door.
I lift
Yeah,
up
it's
Ernie's, look
this
at
one, and I point to the door.
And you saw a coffin in there?
Yeah, same symbol.
Uh,
Do we just stake this one too?
probably. Yeah, we should.
Are we
Okay.
prepared for that
That
right
is
after
nice. Sorry.
previous battle?
Good luck, someone taller.
Here's my only issue. If we wait until nightfall, what if it comes out?
I did create a hole in the door for it to escape through.
Yeah.
Well, let's go in and stake it then.
Hang on. I'll need a wisdom save from Buckthorn, Zarina, Afternoon Nap, Duncan, and Ernace.
I call bullshit. I am definitely burning an
We're
inspiration
all
on that. There we go. Good use of an inspiration.
There is a icy grip right in your chest, a lot of you. Although Buckthorn probably can't feel it. And at this point, are you immune to fear effects as a paladin?
I think that happens at level 6 or
Oh, wait,
something now.
this
They've
was a-
shuffled stuff around.
It's a fear effect? Yeah, you would have advantage anyway, so you keep your inspiration.
Yeah, well, it says being frightened.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So,
fear
yeah,
effect.
so I keep my inspiration. Sweet. Halflings rule.
Uh,
I don't think you have anything against fear. But yes,
If Sir Buckthorn did, it would have to be part of his
Yeah.
secret oath. Because courage is at 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
And we're nowhere near that.
I know they
sadly.
raised it up there to the.
so yeah, the four of you just have this icy grip right in your chest. Just fucking terror sitting there. Not enough to make you scream or run away, but it just pins you in place. It is oppressively holding you there.
Hmm.
Then as you glance at the corpses, they haven't changed position, but they definitely seem like they're looking at you. It's just a feeling.
Would it be prudent to burn these bodies before we go into the next room?
Can we remove their arms at least?
Do you want to take a
Burning
hack at
them
one?
is just-
Uh,
You need to carry through an action, but you can voice it to the party.
I think burning is the better option. Duncan,
Put your head against this.
Let me hold you against it for a while.
What the fuck is a war? What are crime points? What is happening right now?
You use crime points to buy badges.
What?
You get enough, you can become a 4-star general.
There's a meta
Donkey
game
would-
going on.
No, but there was on Fire Island. There was dishonor points. Disappointments, actually.
Well, yeah, but that's a Simon thing.
Yep.
Am I on the leaderboard still, number one?
I don't know, you changed characters. But you also cost Rainy Rose, for a day at least, First Mate Scuttles. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's
You also used fire on an obviously burning enemy and radiant on something that glows with green light, so again, that's not in your favor.
I mean, to be fair, Arena did cast necrotic damage on a ghost. so-
Tried to suck
That
the life
was
out of a
long
ghost to
time
heal
ago.
herself.
that was a long time ago.
Doesn't matter. It still happened.
It always happened. Just like how Malgern almost killed her.
Man, if only I had fallen a little to the left.
Ah well.
Would have cost me my marriage, but damn, it would have been worth it.
It would have been worth hearing the explosion. So, actions, inaction, doings or not. Dialogue, people. Speak.
I am prepared for fire.
do fire then,
I was
please.
gonna say, aren't you always prepared for fire?
Yes.
I feel like there's no preparation
I
involved.
am ready. I will be throwing a dagger the second I see any of those move, if they move.
I'm thumbing through my book of insults. I'm preparing something.
I'm going to pick a better place to stand.
Just flipping right through to the Y segment for the Your Mama bit.
Your mother see potato.
Buckthorn, Nap, or Nace, you guys may want to back up. I'm gonna do a AoE spell type of thing.
Don't have to tell me twice. I'm backing the fuck up.
It's not a big one, just a little one.
Uh huh.
this
Just
one's
like
like, "Aw."
this. I'm getting Kago collateral damage vibes. He's okay with a little collateral damage, right?
And now he's the druid.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
That was such a fucking scene. You ignite the bodies. They go up fucking quick, too. They are just tinder right now.
Yay.
And they burn up pretty quick.
I love being able to do that. It's so much fun.
I feel like that's why you built this character. Just that.
Fired.
Yeah.
Oh, can you do the other two too?
One at a time. One at a time.
Zarina, you might want to move. I don't trust him.
And they pop
Okay,
and
so-
sizzle, and render down to ash.
Okay.
Now, how big was that room where the coffin was?
Pretty sizable, actually. About on par with this chamber.
Well, who wants to open the door?
I mean, you were already there.
It's your door. It was
Maybe
calling
if-
to you.
Maybe if we use multiple mage hands, it'll help. And that'll
I mean, we could use multiple mage hands or one shoulder.
You're going to
Yeah,
attempt to
I think
shoulder barge the door.
Can your tentacle open doors?
I'm not sure. I don't think it can. It's a spectral tentacle.
It is nowhere near dexterous enough for any of that.
Yeah.
It
no,
slaps.
Let's just try to open regularly.
I mean, it doesn't rattle, but it's not moving either.
Alright. So mage hands probably wouldn't do anything either. Yeah, shoulder it is. Is it strength or
Athletics.
16.
You don't land on your feet. That was sturdy. That really
Okay.
bounced back.
My shoulder hurts. I think I'll just stay lying down.
You've got to lean to
Have a
one
go at
side,
it.
but you're going to walk it off easy enough.
Yeah.
Is it a pull door?
Are you going to try it?
That would be on brand for this sort of campaign.
I'm gonna try it.
It's stiff and heavy, but yes, it pulls open.
You know, I feel like if we knew it was a pole door, why don't we start checking hinges? Jeez. The hinges would have been visible. Come on, guys.
Actually, they would have required a perception check or an investigation because of all the decorative bits. Wouldn't have it's not just a case of you look at it. No, you're seeing emblem and design over anything else on this door.
Ah, it's an over-engineered door. Lovely.
Yeah.
An artificer spent years designing a door that is always the wrong way that you try the first time.
He later went. His descendants later went on to make the USB. You open it up and are caught a little bit by surprise. So roll initiative now. Because it was dark inside, but once the door opens, it becomes covered in a pale blue light. From a source unknown. Or at least not visible. But the room is bathed in it. There are some torn up, but still exceedingly plush carpets and curtains hanging from the corners. On this bare stone bit, there is still a collection of bottles, one of which has been smashed open. But the others seem like wine vintages. And you see the coffin now a bit clearer, with the lid slightly ajar.
Oh, great. Don't
Do the
like that
cats-
light.
Do the cats rush in immediately and start clawing on the furniture?
I don't know, I suppose I'd have to give them wisdom save to see if they can control the urge, but then think about if you ever get to a farm.
Who wants to do the
Okay.
staking?
I guess I could try to throw a fish into the coven first.
Should I stab it with this evil knife, do you think?
Do not stab it with the necromancer's knife.
That's a
No.
fantastic
bad.
idea.
Why didn't I think of that?
I love to especially imagine he is holding it up in the reverse grip with a little mime of stabbing.
All right. Look, this is what needs to happen.
Already
We
walking
don't want to-
towards the room.
Crossbow.
No, what we want to
I will
do
call the
is
furniture.
just the Donkin, get in here.
He's already going. You gotta stop him.
Donkin.
Doggone
No.
Donkin.
Doggone donkin.
I think you have
We
tonight's
throw
title.
nothing in there. Whoever's going to do the staking needs to come do the staking.
Just burned a sprint and pushed past 3 people to do it.
As I try to stop Donkin. Serena Buckthorn.
I will point out
I'm
I
not
can't
going near that
teleport.
place.
That's a
Yeah,
cute
no,
name. They should get married. Mrs. Buckthorn.
I'm not going near that place.
Can somebody stake the Buckthorn? Would you stake the vampire?
It's only partially open. It's gonna
I
be
can-
very
I can
awkward
put
if he's
it in
already
here, and he
awake.
points to his crossbow. I can do it from over here.
Do we
No, you
have a
can't.
stake? Is said stake available?
It's a
Yeah.
good question.
I hand
'Cause
you a
the-
porter hat.
The previous one walked out of the cave with
Yes.
Serena and
Plus, there was a lot of fire there.
I mean, does a steak have to be particularly made, or can it be just a stick? A sharp stick.
traditionally it's wood. Yes.
Don't ask the halfling where he got it, but the halfling hands you a ribeye. You have a steak.
Still warm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just try to take the tip of my spear, and we would have a stick.
I was gonna say, aren't crossbow bolts like mini
That
stakes, like I've
works.
been
We'll
saying?
just-
Roll,
Sure.
Buckthorn. Roll religion with advantage.
Just consecrate some like ammunition or something. You know, like that
You-
that
you-
scene where Van Helsing dips it in the holy water.
Like, you've not clashed with them because, of course, elves are a bigger priority. But you know some of the basics about vampires, such as, sunlight, obviously. They're cursed creatures, they can't go out under the light. Something about every time stakes came up, wood was said.
Yeah,
Despite the
and
fact that
usually-
people say, like, silver and all is good against evil, but wood was always coming up for stakes.
It's usually staked to the earth, not just staked in general. But I don't know.
Right, let's sharpen the end of the spear so that it's a stake. And then I guess since nobody else will do it, I'll put it through the
I mean,
vampire.
I'll do it. I just needed
Oh,
a
okay, good.
stake.
Okay, good. Even better.
Do you want to open? Assist to
Open.
give gifts, to be open, welcoming.
Yes.
Well-
We need to welcome this coffin open so I can welcome him a piece of wood through the heart.
Yes, is welcoming house.
A housewarming gift of a tree carved into a stake.
I'm sorry. Common is still difficult.
Not yet. We need the stake first.
What? I thought we were...
It takes seconds. Like, it's not a hard
Oh,
thing to
okay.
carve
So we
a
have it,
point in
okay.
wood.
Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure.
It turns out we have the
You have
technology.
multiple swords and knives. This is not difficult. It can even be a group effort with you all spinning around the one end of a spear.
I can even
This-
use the
this-
+1 knife for it.
This part, however, feels significantly less like a group effort as the rest of the group is hiding behind the door out there.
Duncan closes the
I
door.
have somehow. I'm using a spoon to carve out the.
I don't let him shut the door.
Can I get the furniture now?
Buckford, you're not sure if it's good or bad that he's joining you in the room. You were complaining about being so isolated and alone, but it's Duncan.
The Dark Harbinger of Evil, Duncan.
It was him the whole time. Roll initiative.
No, it's not. No, the Dark Harbinger of Evil is not Duncan. It's Arizona.
And don't forget his brother, New York.
So what are the rest of you doing as the brave vampire hunters stand there?
I can't approach the source of fear, so I'm stuck where I am.
Well, no, the fear effect by now has withered away.
No, then I go into hell.
Yeah, I guess I'm peeking around the corner and I'm ready to blast anything that might come out of the coffin.
You're doing a great job.
This time I'm not blasting anything that comes out of the coffin. I'm preparing an action to speak very kindly and nicely.
Doesn't sound very Donkin. Are you sure you're you?
Well, he saw how well that worked last time.
I'm learning.
All right, Zarina, do you want to open the coffin or pin the vampire down?
I can pin the vampire down.
Yeah, it's all the options. So your Rev will be one to slide open the coffin. Everyone tenses, gets ready. The lid comes off. And there's fuck all in there, apart from plush carpeting and a few stab marks.
I'd stab anyway, because I was ready to.
Mm-hmm. You do?
Just add more stab marks.
Wow, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
There are no bones, no dust.
Oh fuck, it's a ghost vampire.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, those aren't real.
Did it leave?
Maybe he has
Maybe.
two coffins. Like, sometimes he likes to sleep on the couch, you know.
What's
Sort
the
of.
blue light?
Eh.
What's the fear? Or what's going on here?
The blue light flickers for a moment. And then is replaced with darkness. Full, powerful darkness.
Oh, great.
And now we roll
Cannot see.
initiative.
Oh, where's my token to click?
Oh, great.
As
Yeah,
the
it is.
temperature in the room goes down deeply. There we go. The door also, as you might expect, slams shut. And Zarina, as you're suddenly not seeing anything, your other senses snap to attention, and you hear... fuck's sake, why can't they just speak common like regular people? It is a deep, booming voice. You have no idea what it's saying, but there's a tone to it that seems mocking. Especially with the laugh that kind of translates into most languages. And you do not feel alone in this room. Even with the others there. Feels like something else is here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, welcome to a fun, difficult combat situation. Hope your HP is high. Everyone's fine, right?
I light a torch.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
The torch is ignited, but you see no light from it.
Draw vampire.
I don't know. This is a bit big for.
Should we not at
darkness.
least see Duncan's glorious head?
That's the most unsettling thing of all, Buckthorn. You don't see him in the distance. You can only hear his, oh, what?
It's
This must
not
be a new
dark.
experience for him. Darkness.
Oh, you know in wizard school, people cast darkness on him a bunch, and silence. So many teachers would have cast silence on him.
One time they pranked me and put a silence charm on my underwear.
The joke was
Only
on them,
once.
though. They had to smell it. They couldn't get warned ahead of time.
It's all sulfur all the time.
You still have a knowledge of where you are in the room, though, Zarina.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything you'd like to try to do?
I take the dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Are we going to sort the numbers or? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I thought I already had pressed the button. Ernace, you actually get all of that intro text. What do you do?
Okay. In that case, I hold up my 5 and I cast light. With the magical darkness, I'm going to use magical light, and hopefully that does something.
It does fuck all.
Well,
Does
shit,
not-
I'm out of ideas.
On the bright
Not
side, though,
famous.
you've made enough noise to attract anything's attention to you.
Damn it.
The dodge action in this doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it
It only
does.
works if you can see the attacker.
Any amount of disadvantage and advantage cancel each other out to make a straight roll.
Well, I'm out of action, so good luck, everyone else. Don't like that. Duncan, you got any ideas? Because I'm out.
For all the light, all that fire, there's not much light that I produce.
Any movement, Ernace, before your turn's over? You know you were right by the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I go up? Can I go back out the door?
Clunk.
Door's closed.
Then push it open.
I pushed the door. Well, I did. Is that a free object interaction?
It would be, yeah.
Okay, I try to push the door open.
You knew it was going to happen, right?
I was gonna say, I already know the answer.
Yeah.
It won't budge.
Well, shit.
But you feel a hell of a lot colder standing there.
It's cold.
Any further movement?
Nope. I
Duncan.
don't know where anything else is. This is safe, I guess. Safest.
Safe-ish.
Sure.
I know I'm in the corner, right? So I'm just gonna prepare a sword burst. If something hits me, I'm gonna try to hit it back.
Mm-hmm. Buckthorn. Haha. Let's see here. There are several living people in this room, and 4 undead. One of them is right by your shoulder. One of them is by the door. One is where the drinks were. And the last is in the center of the room.
So the one. Okay, I will call out first. There seems to be 4 of them. And I attack the one right next to me. Because blind fighting.
Yeah. I didn't. If I'd known you had that, I would have said you already see and detect him by you.
Well, now I know there's 4 at least.
Yeah, it's a straight roll. Unfortunately, as you swing your pike, there is nothing connected with it. You're certain that that presence is there, that you've gone through it. But you do recall, your pike is a mundane weapon.
Yes, and then on my second attack, I will try something not mundane.
That one makes purchase.
You're gonna need those magic weapons.
Why do you say it in such a defeated way?
Because no one wanted to use them.
I fucking know. It's like, here's a dagger, here's a sword and all, here's some stuff. Not just for this fight, just in general, there's a case of like, no one's taking anything.
Oh, I have a dagger that I'm not allowed to use this fight.
Who said you can't?
Everybody?
They said you
They're
couldn't
not
use it on the
boss of you.
coffin.
Yeah.
No, you are not allowed to stab anything undead with it. I forbid
She's
it.
not your real mom.
She might
My
love
real
you,
mom
though.
had that much fur.
She might be better than the real mom. She might actually care.
So, yes, I try to recount that there seems to be 4 in the room, 1 by me, 1 by the door, 1 by the drink stand, and 1 in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Good job recalling.
I got the one by the drinks.
Ernest
Lights
and I
come
shall
back
handle
up.
the
He's
ones by
just
the
drunk.
door.
Also, Buckthorn, as you stabbed it, there's a whispering wail from the thing, and you just hear it. It sounds miles away. Just a desperate voice saying, "The beast has claws after all!"
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah. Zarina will retake your turn, since I got the initiative order wrong. And now there's fresh information.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the drinks cabinet was only 1 square away to the north. You're also quite close to the center of the room. You are still blind, though, which is an issue.
Such is true.
There is, however, a smash of glass. Sorry! I don't think I hit anything.
You hit the drinks.
No, I said I'm sorry.
Then I will move 1 step closer to the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Draw the +1 longsword I have.
Yes.
Because I did take both weapons, as I said I would.
Yeah, we know. It's just like people were reluctant to take the dagger and shit.
There's a 13 hit.
It does. As you managed to luckily cleave through this clumsy spirit.
10 magical slashing.
Yeah, dealing a great deal of damage to its incorporeal, but barely corporeal form.
Alright, and let's see if we can hopefully get his follow-up. No, I don't think 11 hits.
That is just a miss. But again, you also get a little piece of this scenery plunged into your mind. You can see this vampire creature leaping as a dark shadow from its coffin, just forced into your mind there. And the one by the drinks cabinet was the first to fall. You got your action surge and second wind, I think.
Yeah. Let's go for the action surge.
Yeah, it's up
Or
to
at
you
least
if you
get rid
use
of
it.
1 ghost.
That is a clear hit.
Yep.
And you feel the air rip around you. You know it's still there. The chill is in the air. The noises of it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Another 3.
Ripped out Garvin's throat!
Think this vampire's by the door.
Oh, great.
Oh, we're nice.
Alright, so I move 1 square down.
Oh, no, you don't.
I don't.
It is not yet your turn.
Oh, great.
Ernace, something's going to try to grab you on the shoulder. But it... hang on, I would have advantage. What am I doing? But a 12 still misses. As you feel something reaching for you, you just manage to pull away. You can hear in the back of your head, "You turning coward on us now? I'll put you to the wall, boy." Let's see now. Next up we have, now to tag actual advantage. Man, they are doing badly right now. You hear Fern yelp and say, there was something by my ear. Buckthorn? Why do I keep losing this in place? There we go, it's just this one. It only gets a 17 on you, you can actually see it, so that doesn't hit your AC, yeah?
Nope.
Yeah. And the last one will be for, let's see. Yeah, it's Arena then. They actually get some contact. Ooh. 11 damage and a Constitution save. The con save is to avoid the reduction. There you go. And this hand reaches on you and pushes you at this around the shoulder blade, just pushing you towards the coffin, although you don't actually move in place. We'll get the beast. We'll put it right down. Subtle storm. According to Buckthorn's call-outs, there's one right near you. You can feel your fur standing on end.
Yeah, I moved down to fill Ernace's spot.
You feel a shock to your system as you take a step forward.
Am I in it?
You have entered it, yes.
Ernace, it's behind you. I step back out.
That's 4 points of cold damage.
Ow. As I try to stab.
Yes. Sadly, there is no sneak attack because you have disadvantage in all places. But you do, in fact, hit it twice. Oh, no, once, actually.
Yeah.
There. Keep misreading things. But you're able to shank the spirit before you.
It's right behind you, Ernace. Don't step backwards, just turn around.
The fuck are you doing, Molcott? You leaving me like a stuck pig for the thing to feast on?
Friend, we've already killed the vampire.
After a nap, you're hearing little bits of this through the door. It's actually quite sturdy.
Alright. Let's try to take a step back and blast the door.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where this is going.
Both hit.
Fuck.
The door shudders and shakes. Some of the emblem parts fall off. Some of the filigree breaks. It's not done, though. It's a sturdy door.
That's the last time.
That is not enough to hit a door.
Alright. It just slaps at it weakly. Ineffectively.
Mm-hmm.
It caresses the door.
Hernace.
Well, she said it's behind me, so I'm going to wheel around and...
A 12 hits as you flail around. Shocking it deeply.
And I can't say anything, so we don't have any bonus actions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I hit it. Good luck.
Duncan.
Stood by the door, and I'll just scale my way up towards the door. Where am I?
Well, I'll move your token for you, so you want to move up to the door.
Yeah, feel my way across the
Yeah,
wall
you
until
feel
I get to her
exactly.
nose. Oh my god, it's a ghost. It's a person. And it's short.
She
That's
just
me, you idiot.
Oh, Iron Ace. Where's the ghost? You say in front of you, behind you?
right in front of you, Donkin. You can feel your nose getting cold.
Well, I guess a ranged spell attack can't get any worse since I'm already at disadvantage, right?
I don't know. Subtle storm might be on the opposite side.
I do not approve.
What's the worst that could happen? It's not like you're
Doesn't
gonna
sound like a
roll
good
all
idea
that
here.
well.
Check my crossbows.
It's not that good of a spell.
Yeah. You actually hit it.
Bang.
There is this fascinating sudden flash of a humanoid figure in front of Ernace, Subtle Storm, and Donkin. You catch a glimpse of a horrendous, stretching face, Donkin.
Ah, fuck. Sorry, guy.
What do you mean, sorry, guy? Fuck.
Ernace losing his innocent charm to say, fuck's sake.
What the fuck is wrong with you? He's finally snapped.
Buckthorn, it still stands before you. Strangely, in your eyes, it's not even focused on you, it's aiming its large pike over at the coffin.
Well, that makes this even easier.
That's a hit. As is that. And the ghost puffs from existence. Perhaps quelled, perhaps temporarily dispelled. But the being is gone. But you do hear, powerfully in your ears, the curdling scream of it before silenced by this wet slurping sound.
Unpleasant.
Yes.
Let's see.
I shall move your token.
I move towards the one in the middle of the room.
Yes, easy enough. You have Zarina at your right, and the spirit in front of her, but very close at hand.
Okay, I will stop here.
Yeah. Zarina.
All right. Buckthorn, is the ghost still in front?
Yep.
Then I'll go for it. Nope. Try again. There we go.
Yeah, it's a direct hit. Yeah, it's taking use. It's tough to get used to a sword you haven't handled before. But Buckthorn, you're able to see the dissipation of it. This time you see it getting pounced upon. But Serena's the one who hears the noise.
Squelch. Schlorp.
It's quite unpleasant. There's the whip and whoosh of a sword swinging nearby. There is the issue you realize, Irev and Fern don't have anything magical in their hands. They just have something magical between them, which is very different.
So they just needs to flank a ghost and kill it with the power of love.
Yep. They just need to hug. Trap it
Power
between
of
them.
God and anime on my side.
The specters now.
I'm going
Bernays.
to try again.
No. It's not your turn. It's the turn of the spirits. Bernays, it's reaching out for you again to pull you away from the door. Ooh, no.
Oh, shit.
Ouch.
Oh.
Holy shit. Those are two fascinating rolls, aren't they?
You might want to
Austin
con
makes
save.
you feel good.
Yeah, hold on. I'm taking the damage. And then I will con save. That's 25. Okay. I did bad at math.
You don't have your HP reduced by 25, which is quite nice.
I was gonna say I had my inspiration ready for that shit.
Yep. But you don't
But
say that
that's
out
what
loud,
you-
because we know what happens if you say it out loud.
No, I can say it after the fact though.
Duncan, another reaches for you.
Ouch.
At least it wasn't a crit.
True.
And you shrug off a chilling attempt. Let's see. Your ability... Let's see. Divine Sense lasts for... Oh, just to the end of the next turn. But, I mean, you can hear the pained yells of your compatriots, so you've got a feeling there's one not by the drinks cabinet anymore.
Oh, most of my blood.
The worrying thing is, Ernace, you've still got your blood. It just feels like it's moving a lot slower. Now, Subtle Storm, it is your turn. And
like I got
considering the
my
sounds of
cholesterol.
it, you don't think the one by Ernace is left. Just firing it off. Well, your first shot actually disperses the spirit around you. And considering what you hear, you're pretty certain you got him. But you're not the one who made him cause that noise.
Oh boy. Do I hear an area that I think somebody else could be?
Well, you heard Duncan yelp as well.
I'll try to get to Donkin. Donkin sounds like he needs saving.
How many steps forward?
How close do I think he is?
Annoyingly close, you could hear his voice clearly.
Oh, hi. I can't see you.
Then probably 2 steps?
You bump into him.
Ow.
Donkin, what side is he on?
I thought you stabbed him.
How about you got another one by you?
I thought I was by the one that was by your nace.
So am I. I killed him. Again.
I just stabbed something, I guess.
You feel a dagger.
Um,
You feel a dagger enter your stomach, Duncan.
I try to stab to this. Donkin, what direction did the thing touch you?
The sound noise, where the sound was.
You're able to guide. The characters, of course, would know.
Yes. That is where I'm trying to stab.
Yes.
That's what I'll be stabbing with.
And the second one does hit. It's a good hit. Afternoon nap.
Okay, let's try to finish the job on the door.
Oh, right, I forgot. Subtle Storm, on hitting that one, it screams, "My arm! My arm!" Several times.
Oh, great.
You strike the door 2 more times. It still stands, but is holding weakly.
Okay. The tentacle slaps for 4 more.
And still it stands. You get the feeling the cold isn't actually doing a whole lot to the metal.
Yeah, probably not.
Bernace,
Maybe making it a little more brittle.
Subtle Storm is before you. You can feel that because her tail accidentally hit you in the face.
And the one near me was dispatched.
Yes.
Okay.
There's also an immense pounding on the other side of the door. Like,
Yeah.
really powerful blows. There could be something much worse out there.
Uh-huh. Well, Subtle Storm is in front of me, and she knows where the thing is.
Mhm.
So can I try to step alongside her?
Yeah, you take her hand, she guides you across.
And then I'm going to try to stab it with...
Just a miss. So close.
Ah! And I can't see shit, so that's my turn.
Yep. It's more fun than putting up with a drow assassin, though. Duncan, it's right by you. It touched you. Deeply. Weirdly.
That's it. Now I'm mad,
You were kind of into it.
That's why he's mad.
and that's where this fire is gonna come from.
I don't want to be attached to ghosts. That's kind of hard to keep them coming. You strike it. And you precisely dispel it.
The
Why they
antidote?
call me the Donk in
That's
Arizona
not
of the
in
West.
character.
The room feels clear. Not as cold now. The darkness spell persists.
Somebody stake the coffin.
It
You're in front of me, you can do it.
empty. No bones, no body.
I
Was
guess I
also
keep trying-
staked.
I keep
Alright, so we
trying to
stake
rip
the
the door
stake.
open.
A few more blasts and it does fall apart. And you see the
Guys?
wall of blackness.
Guys, are you in there? As,
Yeah.
as, I,
Unfortunately.
Ghost.
as I reach with the fishing rod inside and try to use it like a blind person stick to find people.
This could be an elaborate ruse.
Something tells me that Ernest now has a new nasal piercing.
This could be a creature merely using his voice.
He has disappeared at least once.
Well, the
This
best
is
way
not
to
the second
test
time.
if he's undead is to stab him with the necromantic dagger, right?
Yes.
No!
Please don't stab me.
Give me the
That sounds
necromantic
like something
dagger.
a necromancer would say.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like afternoon nap at all. He wouldn't pussy out of a little stab.
Duncan, give me the necromantic dagger.
Don't give it to her. She could be the necromancer.
Again. I'll have 3 characters.
We're not going for a hat trick, are we?
She's gonna do it anyway, just so she can get the chance to make a new character. It'll be another
Oh,
fucking
do that.
drow, won't it?
Well, my backup character is a drow, yes.
No, this
Yes.
one hasn't served its purpose yet. She won't discard it so quick.
What do you mean? She could tempt blank board onto the side of evil by saying, I'll get you drinks.
It would be that easy.
You won't have to pay for them. Ever.
Is it cool if I go with her, guys? Thanks.
We can't blame you, but
Still a dick move.
Like, you wouldn't blame me. It's just dick move, bro.
Eventually, you're all able to find your way outside of the Room of Darkness.
Hooray!
Urev has the bottles held in his arms.
good man.
What's in the bottles?
Booze.
Oh, I was hoping it was health.
Some do call it the water of life.
No, your health went away with the ghosts.
So I drink the death wine. Carry me.
That's
I can't believe he fucking did that.
Yes, you can. You can believe that.
I mean, yeah. When you think about it, yeah, that's.
The death wine is one of my
Dwarf
favorites.
stroke.
Oh, fucking dwarf stroke, where the dwarf would go away with the gunslinger into a quiet corner as they shared a dwarf stroke. Ah, boy. And before that, they were Brokeback Paladins.
I like that book.
You all look a little worse for wear coming out of there.
A little.
Hair's a little tense. Skin's a little prickled with goosebumps. The cats look an inch taller. But on the bright side, there wasn't an actual vampire in there. That's both good and bad, but leans more to the good. Because you saw what happened to someone who's in a room with a vampire when you killed those ghosts.
My more question is, who's cast the darkness?
Donkin.
And why is it still there?
You don't know that spell, do you?
I would have cast Fireball.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, okay.
We're
It
all
wasn't-
grouped up.
On
It
a point
wasn't
you can
Duncan.
see.
No, he's saying he would have never cast darkness. He would have cast fireball.
He would have. Yeah, when we were all grouped up. he
Why
would've
would you
cast
waste a spell slot on darkness when it could have been used on fireball?
Why on earth would you want to not see that people explode? I mean,
just fireball?
Light makes shadows, which means it's basically darkness. But yes, the party now has time to catch their breath, shake away the horrendous things they've heard and felt in the past few chambers. And we're going to end the session there. The dungeon is now clear. All because of chasing after a little goblin.
God damn it!
But it's good. Donkin's got a knife.
I finally got my knife back. I mean, I went through a lot. I went through a lot to get this knife.
Is that good?
I love him saying he went
Duncan-
through a lot to get this knife, whereas Ernest is standing beside him, who has lost about 80 pounds of water weight.
Duncan, give me the knife.
No,
No,
for all my threatenings of stabbings, I have yet to stab anyone, so I get to keep it until I stab someone.
No.
It's powerful logic.
Like-
You can't fault him.
I get the
I
idea
can.
that Ernest feels like he's not having a heart attack, but the blood vessels and the arteries are so clogged with the thickness that he's just.
No, you see, he has not yet stabbed someone, but he has a capability. Think of it as a deterrent.
I just
How
need
it-
more knives now. I need to have more knives than anyone.
No.
How many secret knives does Arizona contain underneath its barns and warehouses?
If I have every knife and nobody else has any knives, no one can threaten me.
And with that,
I'm
we're
just
going to
waiting for
end
the
the
other
session.
moment. Duncan, no, what?